Today we are now going to discuss about the tropical cyclone. That is the cyclone which is developed in the tropical regions, basically 8 degree to 15 degree north and south latitude. That is in both the hemisphere. That we can say the cyclone developed in both the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So this tropical cyclone usually developed in the summer season at warm surface temperature. These are in summer season in the vicinity of intertropical convergence zones. Henry Whittington the former sea captain and the president of the Marine Court of Calcutta first used the term of cyclone, which is derived from the Greek word cyclone. That means the oil of snake. This tropical cyclone has been given the different names in different parts of the world. Like in Bay of Bengal, it is known as the cyclone or low depression. In Australia, it is known as Willy Willy. In Northeast Pole Pacific, it is known as typhoons. In North Atlantic, it is known as hurricane. So these are the different names in different parts of the world that is termed in tropical cyclone. So now we are going to discuss about some basic characteristics of this tropical cyclone. What are the important characteristics? First, the tropical cyclone is based on its diameter, that it ranges between 80 km to 300 km. Speed of the tropical cyclone are varied, like weak tropical cyclone having a speed of 32 km per hour, whereas the strong tropical cyclone having a speed of 180 km per hour. They advance with varying velocities, and based on those velocity of the tropical cyclone, World Meteorological Organization divided into the four major categories. First, these categories has been divided based on the values raised by Beaufort scale. If we consider the Beaufort scale value 7 or less than that, then it is known as the tropical depression. When the values is raised between to 8 to 9, then it is considered as the tropical storm. The value 10 to 11 is the severe storm, and when the value is more than 12, it is called as the hurricane. So different types of velocities has been found in the tropical cyclone, and based on its velocity, the effect of the cyclones is also varied. And the cyclones are characterized by low pressure, at the center, and the isobars are more or less circular in shape. The tropical cyclone do not have any fronts. They are characterized by the temperature differences. And the track of the cyclone is also not stable. Not stable. Basically, they float from the east to west with the effect of trade winds. So these are some basic characteristics of the tropical cyclone. So this tropical cyclone generally developed in the warm surface, and some favorable conditions are required to develop this tropical cyclone. So what are these favorable conditions? Now we are going to discuss about this tropical cyclone. That is known as the origin of tropical cyclone. So for its origin, there are several favorable conditions is required. First we come into one by one. That is, there should be continuous supply of abundant moisture, because the cyclone developed over the warm ocean, and to develop this cyclone, the enormous amount of moisture is required. And the warm surface ocean having a temperature of 27 degree centigrade temperature is required. That will help to supply the moisture from the warm ocean. Next, higher value of Coriolis force. Tropical cyclones basically absent in 5 to 8 degree latitude because of low 0 to 5 degree latitude or near the equator region because of the low coldness force. This high value of coldness force is helped to provide the energy for spinning of the wind. And they are characterized by ITCZ, that is vignity of the ITCZ, which is extent 5 to 30 degree latitude during the summer season. Secondly, the pre-existing weak tropical disturbance, development of the pre-existing weak tropical disturbance that will help to intensify of the tropical cyclone. And another most important condition, the development of the anticyclonic conditions at 5,000 to 9,000 to 15,000 meters. Anticyclonic conditions. Conditions in between 9,000 to 15,000 meters from the mean sea level. So these are some conditions that is essential for the development of the tropical cyclone. So this tropical cyclone basically intensify based on the three major factors. One is the temperature of the atmosphere that drops rapidly. That drops rapidly with increasing height. Therefore, warm and saturated air rising in the center, and this helps to the vertical movement of the air for the development of the convective clouds. Secondly, the low pressure center. This low pressure center that will be developed away from the equators, approximately more than 500 kilometers. So this could help to the influence of the effect of Coriolis force for the spinning of the air. And the third one is the wind speed. This wind speed will be increased with altitude. That is, the core system will be longer and vertically over the warm surface that will provide the energy of the tropical cyclone. So it becomes to wind speed. Basically, there are three wind fields in the tropical cyclone. For example, if we will see, this is the eye of the tropical cyclone. This is the eye wall. In this way, the cyclone is moved. So this is the eye of the tropical cyclone. This is called eye wall, and this is the outer spin of the tropical cyclone. So in this ring-shaped outer regions, the wind increase uniformly speed towards the center, and the wind speed much more higher in this eye wall. That is maximum value attained at this center. And in the eye, the value of the wind speed is very less, almost the air is calm at the eye. So this tropical cyclone are dissipated over the ocean and moves into the dissipated when it moves into the higher altitude, high latitude. That will change in structure, which is known as the extratropical cyclone. And its shape will be changed, that is circular shape to V shaped. And this extratropical cyclone are gaining the high pressure at its center, and the wind speed will be decreased. After retaining some periods, the extratropical cyclone is going to be dissipated. So there are some suitable weather conditions that is closely associated with the tropical cyclone. First of all, the arrival of tropical cyclone in a particular place, it indicates the sudden increase in air temperature. Increase in air temperature. The cirrostratus clouds are formed in the sky. And the clouds are associated with the thunder and lightning. And the eye of the cyclone that we have already discussed is basically calm breeze. So it has become a rainless, fine and settled weather are found. Eye of the cyclone it is rainless. So these are basics about the tropical cyclone. Thank you for watching this video.